a force is a push or a pull, and there's a lot of different ways they can come across. So some examples of this are friction, tension, air resistance, and gravity. And so if we talk about energy, energy is the power that a force has. So if you look at the different types of energy on here, you can see how they relate to different things, like how thermal energy can be used to heat food up or like melt ice cream. Electrical energy can be used to like power your house. And mechanical energy can be in an animal, a person moving, or in a car moving. So then potential energy is when you have things that are moving. So what you're going to be making today is a balloon car. And so you're going to be using the balloon and you're going to be using the forces from that balloon to power the car. So potential energy is energy that's stored. So that would be like the air that's in the balloon, and it's being stored, and it's being stored, and then it will like transfer into a different type of energy, and the energy that it releases will be what's used to power your car. And then the other type of energy is kinetic energy. So it's the type of energy that comes when things are in motion or things are moving. So if you look at the example right here of a roller coaster, when it's at the top of a hill, it has a lot of potential energy because it has like the potential to go down the hill. And then as it goes down the hill, it turns into kinetic energy because it's in motion.
Okay, so as she stated earlier, our activity for this week is a balloon car. A balloon car is a simple car that's powered only by a balloon. Your challenge this week is to make that car travel the farthest you can make it possibly go. In doing so, you're going to be trying to optimize the forces in order to give it the most energy. When the balloon releases air, the car moves forward in the direction of the air being released. When the balloon contains more air, this is equal to more potential energy or stored energy. Remember that potential energy is the potential that the car will be able to move. As the air flows from the balloon, it'll become kinetic energy. So here are some materials that you can use in your car. A balloon, cardboard, wooden dowel or skewer, drinking straw, tape, glue, or other adhesive, some type of circular object that can act as a wheel, ideally with a hole to fit in an axle. You can cut a cardboard circle as a wheel if needed. Building your balloon car. First, you're going to gather your materials, then cut some pieces of the plastic straws to use as axles. Tape those straws in the corners of the frame, all facing the same way. Insert the axle through the straw pieces. Mount your wheels on the axles. Tape your balloon on the top, and finally you can test your car. So how can you make your car travel far? That's the challenge, right? First, we have to know what thrust is. So what is thrust? Thrust is used to describe the force of an engine, and in this case, the engine is the balloon, when the car is pushed to go in one direction. So if your car is being pushed to your right from the air from the balloon, that is thrust. In the earlier slide, I mentioned that your potential energy becomes your kinetic energy. Because of this, more stored energy, also known as the air in the balloon, will make your car travel farther. When you guys start experimenting with different kinds of cars, you'll also notice the effect of friction on your car. This friction is caused by the wheels and axles rotating or the wheels spinning on a floor. This friction is bad because it turns kinetic energy into heat. Remember, the kinetic energy is considered to be the movement of the car, unlike potential, which is your stored energy. Because friction is stealing your kinetic energy, so it's stealing the motion of the car, this means that your car will go slower and most likely travel a shorter distance. In order to make your car go farther, you're going to need to reduce the amount of friction between the wheels and the axle and the wheels and the floor.